Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. So today we'll jump straight away into the new shlokas for the day because I have to close today at 5:20. I have to catch a flight. I didn't want to miss the flight to miss the class also, and I'll send out a notification. But if tomorrow 7:15 in the evening works, we'll do the Aparokshanavati at 7:15. If that works, I'll send it out as a sort of a poll response. So because I will be traveling and I'm going to be in a training session till about 6:30. So 7:15 should be fine. But let's see. I'll take a call tomorrow. So let's start off. Basically, today we are going to do straight off into verses 20 and 21, chapter 9. So here he changes the chanda. And it's a new, so wherever he has changed the chanda, you have to remember that he is trying to emphasize a certain point here. Traividya mam somapa puta papa. Traividya mam somapa puta papa. Yajnerištva swargagatim prarthayante. Yajnerištha swargatim prarthayante. Traividya mam somapa puta papa. Yajnerištva swargatim prarthayante. Te punyamasadhya surendra loka. Te punyamasadhya surendra loka. And actually lokam ashnati. Surendra lokam ashnati divyan divi deva bhogan. Te punyamasadhya surendra lokam ashnati divyan divi deva bhogan. Traividya mam somapa puta papa yajnerištva swargatim prarthayante. Te punyamasadhya surendra lokam ashnati divyan divi deva bhogan. Traividya. Traividya, the Vedic rituals of three types, or the three Vedas. The three Vedas that are talking about all the rituals, the Karma Kanda. Traividya. The mam, me, soma pa comes from paya, which means to drink. Soma, having drunk soma. Puta means to be purified. Papa, purified of all sins. Yajna, through sacrifices, through yajna, not sacrifices. Ishtva, to their person to whom they have an attraction. Swagatim, swa is heaven, right? The place where the celestials live. Swar vibhur bhuva swaha. So from there the swargatim, swa and gati together, when you join it, the sandhi becomes with a ref. So swargatim. Prarthayante, they go and seek. They are seeking. They punyam, what is punya? Asadhya, they attain. Sura Indra, Surendra, Sura Indra. Indra is a post. Sura is a celestial being. So Sura Indra, meaning the king of all the suras. Lokam, the place where they stay. Ashnanti, they enjoy. Divyan, that which is shining, that which is celestial. Divi, in the heaven. Deva bhogan, the pleasures of the celestial gods. Now, what is he saying over here? He's saying those who are inclined to the material activity, now see, Gurudev explains this very beautifully. He says, when they say somapa, oh, having drunk soma, so were they all drunk? No, soma is a particular juice taken from a set of creepers called this somalata. It was used it is an intoxicant. It was used as an offering, and the remnants of the offering are consumed as prasada. Now, how do we consume prasada? Not the way we could do it nowadays. Shira banta hai to itna khana chahiye. वैसे नहीं. Prasad. Actually, I remember, when I went to Surat with my grandfather when I was very small, and they said we'll go to a Satyanarayan Katha. The system in that time, Surat was a very small town at that time. So the system was people would come to know that there is a Satyanarayan Katha happening. There were no invitations. Nobody was invited. For that matter, even today in our house, we do not invite people for a puja. We just announce that there is a puja. Right? So when you announce there is a puja, those who are interested will come. So a lot of people would turn up. You know how they gave prasad? They would take one leaf, the dry leaf of a sal tree, jisse donna banta hai. The old time Golgappa wala, they used to give in that. So that you take a leaf, sal leaf, put their hand in the halwa, in the suji ka halwa, the shira, and put it on the leaf like this. That's all. And then they would give it to you as prasad. And you were expected to lick that and throw the leaf in the dustbin. That is prasad. That is the amount of prasad that you are supposed to eat. Right? Not, यार शीरा बहुत अच्छा था मगर बहुत कम दिया. तो कम नहीं, सूंघने लायक देना चाहिए. ग्राणेन अर्धभोजनम. That is the only quantity that you require. So here he's saying that somapa, those who have taken. Now, when is soma drunk? Soma is drunk at the end of a particular yagya, particular ritual. So, and it is the prasada. It is the what is coming out of that particular yagya. So when we receive that as prasada, it means that the yagya has been completely fulfilled. It has been done properly. Now, if I do a particular activity with dedication, with belief, and complete involvement, what will happen? I will get results which are favorable, or I should get results which are more favorable, right? Now, if my entire activity is based towards Indra Loka, what is Indra Loka? Indra is the ruler of the Indriya. Devas are Indriyas. We have seen that before when we were talking of Yagya, right? The Deva of eyes is the sun. Without light, you cannot have eyes. Devas of the nose is Vayu. So the Deva of smell. Who is the Deva of smell? Vayu. Who is the Deva of sight? Surya. Right? Now, who is the Deva of taste? Varuna. He rules over water. Water carries taste. So when we look at all these Devas, who rules over them? Indriya. Indra. Where is Indra sit? Indra sits in the Manas. All the Indriyas are useless if there is no Manas. Manas unko खींचता है, बाहर भेजता है. If Manas brings them in, Manas sends them out. Right? Now, what happens? You get pleasure. If you have achieved what you wanted to achieve, what do you get? Pleasure. That is Indraloka. Now, very clearly, Krishna is saying, nothing is wrong with that. As long as you have submitted this work with dedication, as long as you have done this work with complete absorption, you have done this work with the feeling that this is a sacrifice that I am supposed to do, despite the fact that it is something that you are wanting. That is perfectly all right. But you did it with karma kanda bhava, with the karma yagya bhava. Then you will get results. And the results will be Indra Loka. You will live in bliss temporarily. Which is what he will say in the next verse. Right? Let us look at the next verse. So he says, you will go there, you will live there very, very temporarily, you will be very happy, right? You will enjoy this huge benefits of all this. te tam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam. Te tam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam. Kshine punye martyalokam vishanti. Kshine punye martyalokam vishanti. Te tam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam. क्षीणे पुण्ये मर्त्यलोके विशन्ति एवं त्रैधर्ममनुप्रपन्ना एवं त्रैधर्ममनुप्रपन्ना गतागतं कामकामालभन्ते गतागतं कामकामालभन्ते एवं त्रैधर्ममनुप्रपन्ना गतागतं कामकामालभन्ते ते तं भुक्त्वा स्वर्गलोकं विशालं क्षीणे पुण्ये मर्त्यलोकं विशन्ति एवं त्रैधर्ममनुप्रपन्ना गतागतं कामकामालभन्ते they tam that bhuktva having enjoyed swargalokam having enjoyed this bliss of heaven of vishalam very large Kshine, at the exhausting of at the time it is exhausted. Kshaya means to be withering away. Kshine, when it is completely exhausted. Punye, the punya that is accumulated. Martya lokam, to the earthly plane. To the this plane there is death, and hence it is called Martya lokam. So in Swarga there is no death. In Narak also there is no death. Death only happens here. So Martyaloka, Vishanti returns. Evam, thus, Tridharmam, three types of yagyas, the three types of karmakandas that we have been talking about. Anuprapanna, those who follow. Gatagatam, repeated gata agata, repeated coming and going. Kama kama, desiring of the sense, desiring of the objects of enjoyment. Labhante, they attain that. So he says, what you have done is, you have done all of this with dedication. But once your credit card balance goes over, then even Indra will say, sorry, no credit, jaiye vapas, earn some more. Now you go back. But I did not see, I saw Menaka, I saw Ramba, but I did not see Urvashi. I have to see Urvashi also. Okay, go back. Get your credit card balance recharged. Come back. We'll show you Urvashi. Then you go back, you see Urvashi. But what happened to Airavata? I did not have a ride on Airavata. Okay, go back. Get some more. So you keep doing this. You keep doing this. You keep doing this. Which is why he will say in the next shloka after this that, however, those who worship me come to me and I take care of them. Now, I have a homework for you. Very, very important homework. Chapter 2, verse 45. In chapter 2, verse 45, he says, Nir yoga kshema bhava Arjuna. Nir yoga kshema bhava Arjuna. Remember that? Right? This entire world is only nothing but three gunas and so on and so forth. Right? Traigunya Vishaya Veda, Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna, Nirdvandvo, Nitya Sattvasto, Nir Yoga Kshema Atmavan. That is what he said. He says, don't be doing Yoga Kshema. Now, in verse 9, in chapter 9, verse 22, he uses the same two words, Yoga Kshema, and he says, Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. I will do the Yoga Kshema. Now, on one hand, he's telling you, don't look up, don't do Yoga Kshema. On the other, he's saying, I will do Yoga Kshema. What is this dichotomy? What is this paradox? I want you to do some manan on this. Right? We have learned enough of Bhagavad Geeta. to be able to do our own manan. I don't need to sit down and do line by line explanations. I will continue to obviously do that, but I now need you to start going forward and start looking at the next shlokas and start thinking about that, start doing manan on that. तो एक में उन्होंने बोला निर्योगक्षेम बनो, और यहां बोल रहे हैं योगक्षेम मैं करूंगा. अब मैं तो ब्राह्मण है, तो अर्जुन को निर्योगक्षेम कैसे बोल रहे हैं? So just think about this. There are multiple dimensions to this. Think about that, and then we will have a discussion next Sunday. ठीक है, आज के लिए इतना ही. Yes, please.
Yeah, I actually, just as you were talking earlier about this yagyam, and you said sacrifice but not sacrifice, I realized the right way to look at yagya is any action that is done in complete, how do you say, unity with the object. You and the object are the same. You and the if you are doing it in that attitude, that is yagya. And
Perfect.
the yogi is one who lives in that unity.
You're absolutely right. Which is what verses 424 to 436 have actually talked about. So even my breathing, I am so conscious, I am so aware of my breath that I become the breath. That is pranayama yagya. When I am studying, I do it with so much concentration that the knowledge and I have no difference. That is jnana yagya. When I serve the atithi and when I give him food, the way he eats that food, I am conscious of every morsel of food that goes into him. I have become the atithi. That is the atithi yagya, atithya. So you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Yagya is an action done with the spirit of yagya, any action done with the spirit of yagya. And what is the spirit of yagya? Yagya is where I don't exist.
Exactly.
So, where I don't exist, that becomes yagya.
So that's where this confusion we call sacrifice. It's I mean, you are not relevant there actually in this thing. Misunderstood the whole thing and called it sacrifice. It's not sacrifice in the way the Westerners have looked at it.
Correct.
You don't exist. You are one with the object.
So what you have actually sacrificed is the ego. Right. Chaliye. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.